Sir, can you reopen? Yeah, now you're visible, sir. So, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So,
How are
how are you?
you?
Yeah, I am doing great. And what's about you?
I'm also fine. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Sir, so can you reopen your camera? I can't see you.
Now, is it okay?
Yes, sir, you are okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So, we are meeting first time. So, can you know something about you?
Of course, of course. Actually, I am Mantu Kumar Yadav from Jamui district. I belong to Bihar. Basically, I'm a teacher. I'm married. I have three children. I have a joint family. There are 15 members in my family. And if I will talk about my education, then I have completed my post graduation, and still I am my education is still, you know, I am still reading. You can understand, and I teach English subject for senior students like 11th, 12th.
That's great, sir. And I am very happy to meet your teacher because I can learn something new. Also teach me some new things. You can also give me some knowledge. So, that's why I am very happy to meet your teacher.
Yeah,
So, sir, I want to ask one question that in the whole world, English language is very popular and it is spreading all over the world. So, do you think like it is going to be very important and it is spreading all over the world? So, that's why I want to ask one question that why it is important.
yeah. English is a global language, and it is spoken in whole world. And if you don't have English spoken knowledge, then you can't survive in the other states, other country. So we everybody should learn about English, and we should make good conversation in English, I think.
So, you said that it is very important and we can't survive without English language. But I want to
Yeah.
highlight one point that in the rural areas, they are getting their jobs. They are their own business. They are doing their own business without English. How they can means in the rural areas they are not learning English. They are not speaking English, but they can take the job. So how it can be?
If we talk about rural area, then it is okay. If you don't have English knowledge, you can survive there. But when you will go to the city like Chennai, like Kerala, like other state, other country, then it will be very hard. It will be very difficult to survive there without English, because we are from Bihar, and Hindi is our mother tongue. But if I know Hindi, I can survive in Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, like that. But when you will go to Andhra Pradesh, when you will go to Tamil Nadu, then it will be very difficult to communicate with other person in Hindi language. And there English will help you how to interact with other person. So I think everybody should learn English. It is not necessary that only students have to learn, only teacher have to learn. Everybody who wants to go other state, other country, they have to keep knowledge of English language.
You are right, and I want to also ask one question that if they are not learning English in the rural areas, the villagers are not knowing English, and they are not passionate to learn English. They, if they are not learning English, they if are there, they say to their mind that I don't like English, I don't want to learn English language. So what will happen to them?
Yeah, he will face a lot of problems. Actually, people living in rural area, village area, they are not paying attention on English. And basically students, Bihar and Jharkhand, in Bihar and Jharkhand, the students are not interested in English till 10th class especially. But when they go in 11th, 12th, then they get a lot of problems. because it is suddenly it gets hard for him. And I will suggest those students to keep it in mind that English is very important language, and they should learn it from day one, means from one class, class two, three, four. You know, such you are now in eighth class and you are speaking very fluent English. Then it will be very easy for you when you will go to 11th or 12th, and when you will do your graduation, then it will be very easy for you. But those students who are not learning English, they will get a lot of problems. And when they will go for any job, that time also he will face the problem. They will face the problem. You know, without English, you can't become an engineer and a doctor, an expert, an IS officer, IPS officer. If you have a lot of knowledge of mathematics, science, you are good in other subject, but you are weak in English, then you can't survive. You can't complete your, you know, you can't achieve your goal without English. English is a language, not a subject, and it helps people to get their aim, eh, to achieve their aim. So everybody
Yes.
should pay attention on this.
That's very right. And you said a point like that if we want to do something, if we want to achieve in our life or our success, then it not plays an important role that if we want to become an IS officer, that we should know only the mathematics or science. You should also know the English language because in the whole world it is spreading all over the world, and it is popular language because if we want to communicate to each other, if we want to interact to people, so that's why English is very important to us. And if we want to take a jobs, it plays an important role because nowadays all jobs given like English. And for other people, if we want to go to the other countries, if we want to visit to other countries, then it plays an important role because if we go to other countries, they are not knowing our native language and we are also not knowing their native language. So that's why we can't communicate to each others. And if we want to visit, because if their person is a dream like I will want to go to the China or other countries, like if they want to visit, they can't visit because if they are not knowing anything, if they are not knowing English language, then how they can survive to the other countries. So that's why I thought like the English is very important. And for education purpose nowadays it is very good because all the educate I thought like that it is not very hard to learn the English language. It is very easy. I thought like it is very easy comparing to the Hindi language. And if there is a goal, if we want to motive goal that if we have to learn English, if we want to learn English, then we can easily learn English because in the English language there is nothing. We have only to practice English language, then we can easily speak fluent. So I thought like that English is very important nowadays. And for every section of the society, for every sector of the society, they are learning English. And they're improving themselves. And nowadays you have listened the name of Jaddu. They are very popular. Yeah, in village they are living, but he is so much popular because through English language they can spread all over the world. So that's why I thought like it's very important.
Yeah, sure, sure. It's very important. I heard about Jaddu. I watched his video also, and I contact with him also, and I have had conversation with him also. So it's great. You are also studying in eighth class. He is also studying in eighth class, and you know you will be surprised to know that when I was in class nine, that time I also used to speak English fluently, and I used to do commentary in football matches, in cricket matches in my locality. You know, that time I was in class nine, and that time it was not so facilities. These kinds of facilities like YouTube, social media, and these kinds of applications. That time, these kinds of facilities we didn't have. But after all, I made the English language very easy by listening to radio, by reading the English stories, reading the newspapers. I used to talk with my friends, with my teachers that time, and I was very good in English when I was studying in ninth class only. So, when I see you see the students It's like you, like Jaddu, they can talk in English in the uh, when they are in class 8th or ninth. Then it is very, I think it's very proud moment for us. Actually, all the Bihari and all the Jharkhandi students, they have to understand the value of English, and they should also try. Why we are talking together? Just we are talking to each other so that the students can inspired by us, and they can also learn this language. And this we should learn English, just not for that only, that if we have to go to other country or other state, just not for survive. If you have a good knowledge of English, then you will get respect everywhere, like in your school also. When you go to the school, every teacher will respect you, every teacher will love you, and all the other students will, respect you. When you when you go to the, suppose that you are traveling in the train and you are not getting the seat, but if you have English knowledge, if you start to talk in English with other person there, then they will respect you and they will give you seat also, because they will think that you are a good student, you are a good person, so they will provide you seat. Suppose that you go to the DM office for any work. If you communicate with him in English language, then he will pay attention on you and he will do your work very easy, in the very easy way. If you will talk there in Jharkhandi or in Bihari language, then he will think that he is very simple and he will ignore you. But if you are good in English, if you communicate with him in English, then he will pay attention on you and he will do your job. In every sector, if you have English knowledge, every person will respect you, you will get respect, and you will get benefit of this. I have experienced this, because I am 32 years old. I have been experiencing this kind of things. Whenever I go, when I talk in English, then people respect me too much. So everybody should pay attention on this language.
Yes, you are right. And in the rural areas, it is very important because if we
Yeah.
go to the areas and if we are knowing the English language, then they will give us more respect and they will say like, he is very small or she is very small. She is speaking English. It is
Yeah.
very. They will feel like proud and they will feel like that how it can be. So they will also
Mm.
feel like inspired by or motivated by other person like him or her, and they can be also speak English fluent and confidently. If they are speaking English nowadays, it plays an important role because earlier times, earlier people was not knowing and they were not aware about the English language. They were not knowing a single means they were not knowing to form sentence also, and that time English language was not popular and there was not a spreading English language earlier time, and they were only speaking in the native language. That doesn't matter. Nowadays it is going very spreading and nowadays it is very important. So it plays that how we can improve ourselves nowadays, because in the future we can see that English will play an important role, and I will think like that in the future they will don't think about the native language there. I thought like that the people will speak in the English only. In the future, I thought like that because the technology will also develop.
Yeah, of course, of course. In future, na, everything will be in English. Today also you can see, if you go to the court, every statements is written in English. If you get any message from government, then it is written in English. If you go to the doctor, doctor suggests you in English. So everywhere English. Uh, but still we are living in old age. We have to be little modern. We have to adopt English. Many persons say that English is not our language. Hindi is our
Yes.
mother tongue. Yeah, I know. I know that Hindi is our mother tongue, but English is necessary. English is compulsory for to this age. because everywhere, whenever you will go, you will see the English written thing. Nobody wants to write. Even if you open any shop in any market, then you write that shop names in English. You don't like to write in Hindi. And everybody wants to uh, teach their students, their children in English medium school, right?
Yes,
Nobody
sir.
wants today in Bihar or Jharkhand, in village area also, in rural area also, nobody wants to send their their children to any Hindi medium school. They want
Yes.
their children to be in an English medium school.
Yes, so you're right, because they are also developing, and through the technology in the future time we will see like more technology will develop and we will also develop. So I thought like that in the rural areas they are also improving themselves, and they also seen the parents are not aware, but the children are aware that they have to go to the English medium school, they have to perform, like they have to do the good jobs, they want to become something in their lives. And nowadays it is going to be, because we have also seen the example of Jaddu. They are he is in the village and he is belong to the rural areas, he is living the forest, but he is speaking. So I thought that in the whole sector of society they will speak more and more, they will speak English language. And in future we will see after 5 to 6 years we will see that English is very popular, and all of the people will speak in English only.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So I thought like it's enough for today. Can we end our session?
As you wish, as you wish.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I'm proud of you that you are so fluent in English and you are even in class 8. So great. Keep working hard, keep it up, and I wish your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm also so much happy to meet you also.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, great, great.